See the light of a new day dawning. Feel the light from a beating heart.
Hey everybody, Jeremy Buchholz here. I hope you're having a great day today. What do you do when you feel the stress coming on, the pressure coming on? Stress can be debilitating. I've taught martial arts for about 20 years now, and one of my favorite lessons to teach is about stress. What I do is, with a new group of students, I give them a very simple way to move themselves so not to get hit by a particular attack. So what I do is I tell them exactly how I want them to move their body, show them how to do it, let them practice a couple times, and then I tell them, okay, when you say go, when you tell me to go, I'm going to attack you with, let's say, a punch, just like this, okay? And so, I make sure they're very comfortable with what they have to do. They tell me to go, and the only thing that I do different when they say go is that I add this just blood-curdling yeah as I step in with that punch, okay? What happens 99% of the time is rather than doing that very simple movement so that they don't get hit, the student just curls up in a ball, crumbles right to the floor. It wasn't as easy as they thought. Now the only thing that I changed was I added stress. You see, stress can be totally debilitating. It can stop you from taking actions that you want to take. It can cause you to take actions that are not profitable for you. Stress can make you sick. Stress is one of the major contributors to heart disease. So what do I tell my students is the first thing that they need to do in any stressful situation in order to deal with the stress, in order to take the action that is important to take in the situation that they're in? I tell them to breathe. You see, besides crumbling to the floor in fear when I lunged at them with that punch and that blood-curdling scream, every one of those students did one more thing. They held their breath. So how are you breathing today? You might be surprised if you actually take a look at it and examine your breath. Is it deep, good breaths, or are you breathing kind of shallow? You see, the first thing that you need to do in any stressful situation is to be able to stop and breathe. Whether it is a martial arts ninja guy coming at you with a punch, or whether it is making a difficult phone call, or perhaps a student taking a test, or maybe having to make a difficult decision, or perhaps trying to end an argument. Any of these situations, the best thing you can do at the time is to breathe. Now, sometimes the stress is so great that it's important to even remove yourself from the stress so that you can breathe. For me, there's no better way for me to breathe than to get out on my mountain bike or take a run or something. Nothing like, going through the woods, just breathing in that fresh air. It doesn't take long before I can physically notice a difference in my breathing and actually my thinking at that point as well, because I'm breathing well. So, learn to stop when the stress hits. Learn to slow down, to take a breath. Maybe get outside. Maybe remove yourself from the stressors if that's possible. Just breathe. You deserve it. You need it. Your body needs oxygen to survive, right? So it's a skill. And just like the martial arts skills of learning to sidestep those attacks when they come in, learning to develop this skill will allow you to sidestep and diffuse a lot of the stress in your life. Believe it or not, something as simple as learning how to breathe and developing the habit of taking the time to breathe right is going to be another thing that is just going to really help you to develop and grow that seed of greatness that's within you.
And it's good to be alive.